Okay, we have a lot of spiritual questions, and so we're going to get to them right away. Okay, the first question people have is, what's the difference between ego and your... well, what's the difference between ego? I don't know, because there's some people that are like, I don't want to listen to this talk. Why don't you give me something more interesting? Okay, sex, money, and power. Which one do you want to talk about? Sex, money, and power lecture is what you want? I'll have to wait for a few minutes, apparently. I don't know. You still waiting? What do you want? Do you want a lecture on sex, money, and power? Or ego? If you want a lecture on ego, then you want a lecture on sex, money, and power. They all go together. Did you get your lecture? What'd you get? How'd you get? I don't know. I just gave you a lecture. Silent lecture. What'd you get out of it? Sex, money, and power and ego go together. That's the lecture. That it? I don't know. Turn on Netflix, or I don't know. Buy a porno or something. There's a zillion lectures on sex, money, and power. You turn on Netflix, it's nothing but ego. Okay, so I'm 3 minutes into this talk, and everybody's already left. So those of you who are left are going to have to come to the same conclusion. I'm not going to lecture on all that shit. What do I talk to you about? I talk to you about raising your consciousness, which is, in essence, is you ditching your ego. Because at low levels of consciousness, you are ego. Because ego stands for edging God out. What is God? Source, spirit, all that is. You push all that out of the way with an ego. It edges God out. What does ego do for you? It makes you a low vibe tribe. Makes you stupid. Makes you quite likely to hurt yourself. Definitely makes you likely to hurt others. And then egos have horrible, horrible karma. They just go down the toilet. They get worse and worse and worse, worse and worse and worse. So what do I teach? Raise your consciousness so you're not ego. Because you're the one that suffers if you're ego. You'll think you got it all covered because you got it all covered with all of your, ego ways. But in the end, egos always look at a funeral home as the final resting place. They're mortal. They say you are mortal. In government schools, they say, well, I don't know. Don't you have the impression that this body that you're in is going to drop dead sooner or later? You might get hit by a truck crossing the road, or in a car accident, or in old age. You're going to have dementia and just, rot from the inside out. One way or another, you have a strong belief that you are going to die. And you have a strong belief that you are your mind and your body. And you're going to look at me, duh. I know. I mean, you go to the yoga center here in Thunder Bay, and it's called the Body Mind Center. That's not yoga. It's not. I mean, they call it yoga. It's Hatha yoga. Calibrates at about 205 on the scale of human consciousness. It's not demonic, but, you know, it's not very far into positive territory. 205. If you want to get up to the higher yogas, I mean, they're not just Hatha yoga. That's just like doing physical calisthenics. You got to get your soul, your spirit. What's the difference between soul and spirit? I don't know. I call them the same thing. I don't know. People's definitions, whatever. But soul and spirit, I'm going to say it's one and the same thing. To make it simple. And it's what? It's the opposite of ego. Is it true? Spirit is the opposite of ego. Yes, soul is the opposite of ego. Soul and spirit are, for all intents and purposes, the same thing. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. That's your talk. You want to know everything about ego, you just turn on Netflix. Sex, money, and power. That's what it's all about. If you want to know about... If you want to know about being attacked by demonic people... follow me. Why? Because I calibrated 600 on the scale of human consciousness. Do I look any different? No, I'm still a physical body. What's different? Everything on the inside is different. Because I had to, you know... let go of ego. Can you do it? Well, here I am. You can muscle test it the same as me. I just did it in the last video. I just muscle tested it. I'll do it again for you. So it's in this video. Okay, this is how we do. One person. Now don't forget, I've been muscle testing for like 25 years, so I'm an expert. If you go and ride a bike for the very first time when you're 7 years old, I don't know. If you don't have training wheels, you're probably likely to fall. But, you know, you keep it up, and it doesn't take very long for a 7-year-old to be able to ride a bike. So, you know, it's not going to take you 25 years of practice to get good at this. Just having diligent, student-like way of doing it is like, I'm a student, I'm going to get it right the first time, the first day. Okay, this is how we do it. Remember that finger? Take that finger, that middle finger, put it to your thumb and say, hold tight, hold it tight. And then you're going to put what you want to test in the form of a statement, because you're testing the statement that you're holding in mind for truth. Okay, my name is Bob Burrows. Bob Burrows calibrates over 200 on the scale of human consciousness. Yes, over 300, over 400, over 500. I'm getting 500 right now. I'm expecting 600 because yesterday I was at 600. So what I'm going to do? Well, it is possible that I'm under demonic attack. Yes. What do they do? Well, they fuck around with my acupuncture system. Do demons fuck up with you? Yes. There's demons everywhere. There's demons everywhere, and they don't announce themselves to you. They don't talk to you. I don't know. My whole life, the demonic didn't talk to me. It didn't talk to me till, I don't know, just over 5 years ago. But they were always there. How do we know there? I don't know, because I have lots of stories from Stuart Wilde. On his website, stuartwilde.com, STUARTWILDE. Why do I believe him? Because he's a spiritual teacher, and he talks about how he fought the demonic for a long time. Well, is it true? Because every time, I don't know. You're going to have to learn the muscle test to see. What would you do? You would say, well, okay, well, whatever your name is. Say your name is Joe Schmo. Okay. I'm Joe Schmo, and I'm attacked by demons. The way you just... Okay, you get it strong. Joe Schmo, you. I just did it for you. I don't know your name, but I'm calling you Joe Schmo. You're attacked by demons. You, the viewer. You are. Strong, yes. So, what does it mean about muscle testing? It means you could be fucked with by demonic and get the wrong answer. So... Well, you're going to have a database of things that you're going to have to fall back on. Other people's muscle testings. The book Power... No, that's right. The book is called Truth versus Falsehood by David R. Hawkins. And he muscle tests so many things to give you the numbers so you come to an understanding. You'll come to a good understanding about the scale of human consciousness and different things and where they are. It's all done for you. Well, is it worth it? I bought the book back in the day when it came out. First day it was on sale. I don't know. First day I was at that bookstore and it was available. I bought it. I did. I used to call that bookstore. I said, put me on the list. Because I don't know. Anytime Dr. Hawkins comes up with a new book, here's my number. Call me. I'll come down. I'll buy it. And they would save me a copy. I was a regular customer. If you're a serious spiritual student, that's what you do. You're serious about it. Ask me what I'm serious about. My spirituality. Anything else? Well, back in the day, I used to be, serious about my snowboarding. Seriously. I lived to snowboard one time. I still love to go snowboarding. I don't know. My mission is 100% of my time. My mission to planet Earth. And right now, it doesn't include snowboarding. It includes making videos. Yes. Ditch your ego. First things you can do, stop drinking booze, stop eating meat, stop listening to mainstream news. 3 things you can do right away to raise your vibe. Right now, you can raise it right today. Just do those 3 things. You raise the vibe, tribe. Good job. Then what? Well, you got to ditch your ego. How do you do that? Listen to Eckhart Tolle videos for free on YouTube. Very good, Eckhart Tolle. Just listen to him all day. Over and over again. Just get his channel and just play it through there. You got to get all that information into your mind because that's where your ego is. So this ego mind has got to get new information about how it transcends itself, how it goes beyond itself. Because the ego gets the joy of becoming an enlightened ego. Because you still have your personality when you raise your consciousness. You just become different. You do. It's the spiritual adventure. Is it worth it? It's the only choice you have. Evolve or die. Okay, well, this is a good idea. Okay, so, in the theory of evolution, one species speciates. It becomes separate from the species it used to be. Those living cells that used to be one species became a bunch of living cells that are a new species. We call that evolving. What are the cells in your body going to evolve into? Most of you think these cells in my body are going to be dead. And I'm going to be 6 feet under, and then maybe, if I'm a spirit, I'll have an afterlife. That's about the best people have, as for their plan. No one plans to take their body with them, do they? Why not? Because we've got so much information that people do. Tibetan yogis get the rainbow body. They turn the body into light. Babaji, he manifests the body. He can manifest and have a body appear and then have the body disappear. He's super advanced. He can make a body that's 12 years old or 76 years old. All kinds of advanced humans exist. But you don't hear about them in your family or on Netflix. Do you on Netflix? The 4400. Are they on there? I was on that show. Apparently I'm on one of the 4400. The original show. Yeah, I was an extra on that show. There was. They told me you're going to go in that group over there. That's the group of the 4400. Well, I'm a 4400. They told me on the show. Why can't it be? Well, I don't know. Why not? Truth is stranger than fiction. So what do you expect? Well, the demonic's been trying to kill me actively for 5 years. Every day. You watch my videos every day. I'm attacked by demonic. I'm still here. Does it mean I can't be killed? I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm not inviting people inviting people to be a hitman and join the demonic or something and come after me, because it's very unpleasant to be demonically attacked. What is or the demonic? They're egoic. I keep telling the demons, the only thing that they got to look forward to as demons is horrible, horrible, beyond horrible karma. It has to be balanced. The only way that a demonic person can avoid all of the horrible, horrible karma is to raise their consciousness on the scale of human consciousness. Keep going. I don't know. Keep going. Don't stop. I don't know. They were told by Dr. Hawkins 20 years ago that 1,000 is the highest that you can be at in a human body. So I'll go for 1,000. How do you got to get that book, Transcending the Levels of Consciousness by David R. Hawkins. You can go to Amazon, select the Kindle version, and you can get free sample. Right now, free sample. Who doesn't want a free sample? So get a free sample of that book. Read the little free sample. It's going to help you out immensely. Yeah, well, the other day, I haven't read Power versus Force, I don't know, it was over 20 years ago. I downloaded a free sample of it onto my phone, and in the first couple of pages, even the devils that bedevil me were amazed. They love this information. They always want to try and figure out if there's a way they can use it against me, because they're devils. They go to the Screw Tape School of Devilry. It's real. Of course it's real. Of course it's real. It's written about by C.S. Lewis. The Screw Tape Letters. C.S. Lewis was a famous author of the Chronicles of Narnia. Oh, now your ears perk up. That was a movie. Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah, best-selling children's book. Anyways, Screw Tape Letters. If you're interested in the way that the devil works, C.S. Lewis is a great writer. Well, I don't know. In political science, we had to read the book Machiavelli, The Prince. You could put the Screw Tape Letters with the Prince. 2 books and give them as a birthday present to your favorite devil. I don't know. Maybe it was a 9-year-old girl or something. I'll figure out.